Yeah. Your town nice. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Talk loud. Hardin local got the whole town down. From Radcliffe Rose to the E-Town Square. If it's going down, you'll hear it right here. Nate got the scoop when the business grow. Nate's business buzz, let the whole town know. New shop popping, yeah, the word gon' flow. Local grind strong, let the spotlight glow. Then J.O.B. with the weekend plans. Events in the county for the whole fam. Concerts, festivals, places to go. Circle that calendar so you don't miss the show. Stay in the Hardin County. Yeah. Rachel got the numbers when the market move. Housing update, let the data prove who's buying what and where things go. Smart move start when you stay in the know. Then the food talk hit when the mic get lit. Experience eater telling where to sit. New spot fire, yeah, we gotta go. Local plates hot, let the flavor show. Small town roots, but the vision big. Every local story with the gig. From the sports park lights to the downtown glow. Hardin local on the mic, now the whole town knows. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Hardin local. Let it ride. Head bopping local tonight. Hardin County on the vibe. From the news to the food to the city lights. Stay in the know. Hardin County. From nothing, now the whole town know. Found her with the plan and the mic in hand. Hardin local roots all across the land. Sky on the co-host with the guns out flex. Sleeveless every season, what you gonna expect? Keep it real, keep it loud, keep the people fed. If the shirt got sleeves, then it's left on red. From the mic to the street, from the town to the show. Hardin local on the beat, yeah, the whole county know. Real stories, real folks, every voice in the flow. County stand up. Stay in the know. Hardin County. Hardin local. Let it ride. Head bopping local tonight. Ooh, let us ride. Hardin County.
Welcome, everyone, to Hardin Local Weekly Podcast. I'm Phil Taul, and I've got the wheel today. Rachel's off this week on vacation. She will be back next Tuesday. We're glad you're here with us on this beautiful mid-July Tuesday. Big week in Hardin County. Glendale Summer Fest this Saturday. It's free, and it has everything. A monster truck, bounce houses, axe throwing, a petting zoo. John's got the full rundown. Nate is back live this week, and Business Buzz is loaded. The new Kroger Marketplace opened to a huge crowd, a grand opening Thursday off Buford Lane, and 3 Hardin County businesses expanding to other Kentucky towns. Local businesses growing out. That's a good story. I've got an update on our flock camera reporting. The new state law on those license plate cameras takes effect tomorrow. And I'll be sitting down with police chiefs in Elizabethtown and Radcliffe this week or early next week, and then we'll be publishing that story. We need your help twice today. Candidates, we're pushing hard on the 2026 election interviews, magistrates and city councils, and in Elizabethtown as well, especially. And the best of Hardin County is coming. Today, we want your ideas for categories. And stick around for the experienced eater, Britton and maybe Michelle. No Michelle today. Well, we're glad to have you, Britton. Y'all celebrated your anniversary a few days ago and took us along for dessert when you made the video. Is that correct?
Yeah, she won't be here today to class the joint up. So with it just being the guys today, it's kind of rough.
There you go.
It is. It's just all guys today. That's for sure.
Just a gentleman.
Just the gentleman. So anyway, that'll be about Dewster's homemade ice cream and bakery. You'll want ice cream by the end of that review. Rachel didn't leave us empty-handed either. She sent in her full housing update. And Scott and I will walk you through the highlights plus a brand new warm-up game we're trying today instead of our normal icebreaker. Now, let's introduce everybody to the crew. We have Scott Lucas, who's my co-host today. It's Scott.
Hello.
Jon O'Brien with Events and Happenings. And Nate Bryan doing the business news and updates. Welcome, everybody. Help us welcome him back from his trip. Britton and Michelle McDowell, the experienced eaters as well. Before we get rolling, Hardin Local is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Apple Music. If you listen to podcasts, please follow us there. Everything lives at hardinlocal.com. The full weekly event calendar, every past episode, segment articles, the email newsletter, sign up on hardinlocal.com so you never miss what we cover. Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook right now and you don't follow us, hit the follow button and make sure you turn on those notifications as well. Drop comments, questions, events, and business tips in the chat. We read them live. And shout outs, personal or business, drop them in the comments now and we'll read them at the end of the show. So, special announcements. Quick frame for today. We are in peak Hardin County summer. Glendale Summer Fest is Saturday, and it's the big free family event of the month. But look close at this week's calendar, and you can see back-to-back school season starting events. There's a back-to-school bash Sunday on West Dixie with free backpacks, school supplies, and free haircuts for the kids. Mid-July, folks, it sneaks up every year, doesn't it? Can't believe it's almost that time again.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I have a announcement I want to make. Congrats to Echelon Direct Care and Aesthesiastics. I don't even know if I said it right, but they are now open. A big congratulations this morning from me for when they opened this week. Echelon Direct Care and Aesthetics.
It's hard to say.
It is hard to say. Has opened its doors. This one was personal for me. It's Gwen. Miguel and Thomas, it's her new clinic, and Gwen's a friend, so full disclosure there. But here's why it's worth knowing about either way. It's a direct care practice, that model where you're a member, not a number, a provider who knows your name and your history and actually has time to listen. Plus, for therapy and aesthetics all under one roof. And if you've been thinking about direct primary care, the first 50 people to sign up become founding members. A lifetime rate log, 0 enrollment fees, and a special member discount on the whatever that for IV infusions. There we go. I was thinking Roman numerals and aesthetics. Gwen, congratulations from all of us. Go check them out, folks. They have a Facebook page, and I'll make sure to put their info in the article of the website when we publish. Welcome, World Series families. One more. If you're new in this town this week, welcome. The USSSA Baseball World Series is at Elizabethtown Sports Park Wednesday through Sunday, and that means there'll be quite a few people visiting families and players in Hardin County. If that's you and you stumbled across our page, you can go to hardinlocal.com/this-week is your guide to everything happening here while you're in town. Plus, there is a news segment of our website for anybody that's in town for the sports park, where you can find out top things to do in town if it's raining or sunny or whatever. So check that out. Glendale Summer Fest Saturday is free and it's fantastic. And we are always here Tuesdays at 1. All right, our new warm-up. We got all that done, all the housekeeping. So I wanted to, instead of doing icebreakers today, I thought it'd be fun to do this or that. And we're going to call this the Sweet Tooth Edition. So basically, what we'll do, we're trying something new instead of the icebreaker, a rapid fire this or that. Rules, I say 2 things, you say 1 instantly, no explaining. We go around the horn. Each audience play along in the comments. We'll see which side Hardin County lands on. So this round, we'll just go in the order. We'll just go Scott, John, Nate, Britton. So ice cream in a cone or a cup, Scott?
Cup.
John? Nate?
Chocolate, preferably.
Cone.
Cone? Britton?
Cone.
All right. Chocolate or vanilla?
What about
Scott?
you, Phil? What about you?
Oh, I like it in, it depends. If it's a fancy cone with like the chocolate on the outside and a waffle cone, I'd rather have that. But if it's just a regular cone, I'd rather have a bowl.
So on average, you want a cup.
Yeah, and I broke my own rules by explaining it. I'm just supposed to say
Right?
the other.
Yeah, no mess is what my thing is. I don't like the mess of the you got it dripping on you. And also, I eat it with a little spoon. I don't use the large spoon. I like a little spoon.
Well, if your ice cream cone if you're taking too long, if you're taking that long to eat it, you're not eating it fast enough. I mean, that's the problem. It's not the cone.
Well, that's one thing about me. I don't like sweets. I'm not a big sweets fan, so.
Well, I will pick ice cream over almost anything else. Ice cream is probably my all-time favorite dessert.
Okay.
Or a variation thereof.
Nice.
Well, we got more of those. We got a few more of those questions, but I was going to interrupt those questions to say hey to George Herberg. He's the guy that does the weather in Radcliffe. You know, what's the name of his page?
Weather Now, Kentucky, I think.
Weather Now, Kentucky, yeah. Good guy. Thanks for wishing us a good broadcast, George, and let us know.
He's telling y'all
your ice cream in a cone or a cup, or chocolate or vanilla. Let us know.
I will have some news about George next week. We had such a big week this week, but he's got some major news. It's going to be good for him and good for the community and good for the Weather Now Kentucky. So I'll have that next week.
Okay. We also had Snow Dogs food truck, as always. We're at Lowe's till 5, maybe 6, serving up heat relief. So any of you guys watching, mention this live stream today, and you can get 2 for 1 on any of their large shaved ices. Thank you, Snow Dogs food truck.
Yeah, thank you. Perfect.
Yeah, business owners, I mean, you know, you should be doing this too, just like they're doing. If you hop on every week and do it, you'll get a free promo spot.
Yeah, free advertising
for it.
Can't beat that.
You really can't. All right, let's get back to these questions. Chocolate or vanilla? I'll go. I'm chocolate. Scott?
Chocolate. I'm chocolate.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
John? Oh, you already
Vanilla.
Nate. Did you say Nate?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. All right. Pie or cake?
Both. Both.
I agree with that one. Both. I really do.
Yeah, both. It doesn't matter.
Either one. Cookie cake, pie, doesn't matter. Ice cream cake, it's all good.
Pie.
Yeah. Pie. All right. Hot funnel cake or ice cream cone?
Ice cream cone.
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
Ice cream cone.
Funnel cake with ice cream.
Oh,
Here
there
you go.
you go.
In the middle.
All right.
Top it.
Y'all got
Funnel
like
cake ice cream.
15 to 20 seconds on this next one is best dessert memory from a Hardin County spot. Go.
Going back to the old, what me and John and people have grown up here, the old Heartland Festival, where it was on the good side of the lake by the barn. I think it was a Hardin County dairy producers always had their food truck before food trucks were a thing. And you could get the fresh ice cream out of there, and that strawberry ice cream right before the fireworks was always just so good. Maybe now, maybe it didn't taste as good as I thought it would, but back then it was like, that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Britton? Do you got an idea on that?
I'm just going to tell you right now, you're going to get a preview of this, but I'd say my overall favorite dessert is either the banana or banana pudding ice cream from Dewster's. That is one of my favorites. And then second right there is probably a key lime bar. But that's when I think of dessert, that's the first place that pops into mind for me. But, I'm relatively new to the area. I've only been here 20 years, so hey.
Oh my gosh.
We like the soft serve. So as far as
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So I was just about to say, for the soft serve, the only place that we found would be the buffet place in Radcliffe, right next to where Planet Fitness is.
Oh, Golden China.
Yeah, Golden China. There you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now,
What about you, John? Or
soft serve or dip? I always like dipped ice cream better than soft serve.
Okay.
No.
John?
Like I said, not a super big sweets fan. But if I was pressed, probably when I was working a long time ago at Baskin Robbins, we would be working on a slow like winter day, two of us in there, and one of us would make something while the other one hid, and the other one had to figure out what we put into it. So that was a good like little memory of like just doing some weird things and trying to see if the other one could figure out what we put in there.
Yeah. I think my best memory of a sweet, and I'm not a big sweet guy either, so I'm having to be creative here. Maybe you guys will give me this one. The first St. Patrick's Day that Bourbon Barrel Tavern was open, they had a Irish car bomb special thing. And I don't know. It has Bailey's, so I consider that sweet. So that was like a good memory of the, good old days of downtown Eaton.
That's a good one, yeah.
What about you, Scott? Did you have one, or did you say it already?
No, I just mentioned the soft serve at the China buffet.
That's good enough. All right, guys, in the comments, give us your picks. Tell us one dessert locally we have to try. This all comes back around later. Britton will be with us, showing us some dessert from Dewster's that you want in your life. All right, before anybody's diet falls apart, let's get the calendar. John, are you ready?
Play the intro.
It's going. Oh, you can't hear it?
No, can't hear it. Good gosh. I heard the intro coming in and then couldn't hear you all. So then I flipped in and out. And I'm trying. Is it still going? Probably not. Probably not going anymore.
No, you're good
right.
now. We'll have to get that fixed.
Yeah, we'll get the fixed.
Yeah, figure out. Like I said, I could hear the music, but then
on the show, So
I try to have some moves,
Yeah.
All right, but we do have a packed week and weekend coming up. Again, as Phil mentioned, the Glendale Summer Fest in the park, big event, 11 to 5. We've got monster trucks, face painting, axe throwing, mini golf, live music from Zach Alexander from 1 to 4. Petting zoo 12 to 3. Crazy Thing's gonna be out there doing his thing that we love him doing. And Nolin River Wildlife. So a lot of stuff happening out there. But that's not the only thing Saturday. We also got the run with the Bulldogs Color Splash 5K, John Hardin High School. It's a kids fun run early on at 7:30. Then the 5K starts at 8. That's a good football booster program. Farmers Market Yoga, free at 9. And then we also have the BARKET at Freeman Lake. It's a 10 to 7 p.m. Vendors, trainers, demo dogs, a DJ. And then you can end that full day out if you wanted to. If you wanted to do a full day, go out to Social Food Hall for Casey and Romy to rock the place.
There you go.
That'd be a good, solid, long day, wouldn't it?
That's a full day, but great food and people everywhere during those events. Also, again, we want to highlight the USSSA Baseball World Series going to be in town, and they're going to be everywhere. Like I said, they're going to be out there at the Sportsplex, but then also Sports Park, and then they'll also be downtown. They flood both Social Food Hall and Hub Haas. So if you have plans to get in there, you probably should get in there quick and early. If not, it's going to be packed, and you'll be waiting for some of that great food and products that they have going on. Also, we've got the Snap Summer Luau Swim Night, which is a special needs activities and programs inclusive event at American Legion Sports Waterpark. It's $5 per participant, but it's a great evening of food, swimming, hosted by E-Town Rec. So make sure you get out to that. You can register at etownparks.org. All right, what else we got? We got, again, it takes the village back to school bash Sunday, 2 to 8 p.m. Free backpack, school supplies, haircuts, braids, fades, all the things you need to get your kid ready for school. Open to all children. Again, this is one of many events that are going to be coming here soon. Back to school is going to be hitting heavy, and we'll have definitely more of those coming here soon. And again, that's just a taste of what we got going on, right? Go to the website, hardinlocal.com/this week, and you'll have all the info. And again, Phil said he's got a little special section there for those out of towners, things to do, or even in towners that you just don't know what's going on or where to be. We can help you figure that out.
Yeah, there were a few quick hits like the cheap movie week at Historic Theater, $1 Tangled Tonight, I guess it's
Oh, yeah.
and $5 Annie on Wednesday at 11 or 7.
Annie's one of my favorite movies and slash plays I've ever seen. It's always a good one.
And I've heard this Jeff Allen, my first final farewell tour Sunday night. I hear at State Theater they may be sold out. I don't know.
I thought that I saw a couple tickets still available, but yeah, go online to the State Theater website, and you can get yourself a ticket if they have any of those available left.
Yeah, if you're wanting to go to that, you need to go buy them now.
Yeah.
thestate270.org.
I will state one thing real quick is for those of you who like the theater and maybe you want to do something later in the evening, Friday and Saturday at 7, you got Shrek the Musical happening again at the
This second week, right? Second week going on? Yeah.
This week. So didn't check it like the previous week. It's 7 o'clock on Friday, 7 o'clock on Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday, and this will be the end of that for the summer.
Mm-hmm. What about the Glendale Summer Fest? Free admission, monster truck, petting zoo, axe throwing. For a family picking one window to go Saturday, what's the can't miss hour, I wonder, for that? I don't know how the day is set up, but
I mean, I really think that like I said, I was looking on there, it was kind of that 12 to 3. I think you got that petting zoo, and then also Crazy Thing's gonna be doing the tattoo stuff during that period too. If you get in there kind of for the lunchtime, 12 to 3, that's a good little nugget to get in there, hang out and do something, and then maybe go cool off in one of the other places like Hub House or Food Hall.
So what about that It Takes a Village Bash Sunday? Free backpacks, school supplies, free haircuts before school starts. Who's behind that one, and what do families need to know, I wonder? Do you have any more info on that event? Or
like I said, they just show up. There's not even any sign for that at all. Just show up down there, and you can get all those supplies and everything kind of to help out with getting ready for school.
All right. Well, great week. It sounds like, John, thank you for that. Let's jingle you out.
J.O.B. where you gotta be. Events all week in Hardin County. J.O.B. where you gotta be. Come on, turn it up, tune it, Hardin County.
Rachel's off this week, but she sent her full housing update. So Scott and I are going to tag team the Market Minute real briefly. This is a condensed version. I mean, we could play the housing market hook. I guess we might as well in the spirit of the housing market.
Rachel's got the numbers, who's buying, who's selling, what's hot on the block. Hardin County housing market update. Hey!
Let me move this and get the right setup here. There we go. All right. Rachel Brandingham is our housing market expert. She took off the week, but she still sent her full update. So here is the data with our voices, and probably not as pretty as Rachel.
Not as aesthetically pleasing.
There we go. But you guys, that's all you got. So we'll do our best. Scott, help me out. Here's the week in the Hardin County market. This week in Hardin County, there's 34 new listings, 19 homes under contract, 20 homes closed. Right now, there are 423 active listings. 113 homes sold over the last 30 days, average 76 days on the market. The average sold price is $341,550 with a median of $295,000. That works out to about 3.7 months of inventory, a balanced market.
Now, here's the stat that Rachel flagged. The inventory had jumped from 400 homes last week to about 423 this week. And that's the highest she's tracked all year. So it means more homes, means more buyers have choices. So buyers are negotiating, asking for repairs, closing costs, pricing commissions, but not because the market's weak, but because they can. So that's always a good thing for the buyer.
Yeah, two more quick ones from Rachel's update. It's not one market. Under 250,000 is still a seller's market under 3 months of inventory. The $250,000 to $400,000 range, the heartbeat of the county, is balanced. And above 400,000, buyers have the most room to negotiate. Her big point, pricing beats timing. The sellers winning right now aren't the ones waiting for the perfect month. They're the ones pricing right from day one. And with school starting back in a few weeks, she expects one more wave of activity before fall. So if selling's been on your mind, now's the time to get ready.
And for Rachel's full breakdown, as always, go to hardlocal.com/housing. Or if you go to mine, it says links. You'll find the housing from the links. Either way, you'll get every price range, her market call for the week, and it'll be up
And
there.
our whole dashboard, yeah.
So that's in real
Rachel's.
time.
Yeah, it's in. We update it every week on the
Yes,
portal,
it's almost.
the panel. So you may not have her full update, but you can at least look at all the numbers and all our nice graphs and charts. And,
Sorry, not in real time, but most recent.
Yeah, yeah. We don't update it in real time. We just update.
Right, sorry.
Oh yeah, all good.
Rachel's got the numbers.
We got Rachel's song going out again.
Who's selling what's hot on the block? Hardin County House and Market Update. Hey!
Yeah. All right. The man is back from vacation, and the news is stacked up while he was gone. Nate Bryan, it is business buzz time.
If business is buzzing in town, Nate already knows it's Nate's Business Buzz.
Yeah, Nate's Business Buzz.
And it's a huge week. I am not thrilled that when I scheduled my vacation, I missed this, which is sad for my life. I'm excited about a grocery store. But Kroger opened last week. Huge crowds. I think was told they had to shut down the gas just to have extra parking over there. It's a big building. I don't know if Phil's going to get it up. But there's a map. There is an aisle guide. I mean, this place is massive. It's like, it's just like Town Drive or Dolphin Drive. No. I've seen the videos. I've seen the pictures. Eventually I'll get in there. They had the Pringles man out there. They had Tony the Tiger. I guess they call him Krogi or Baggy. I don't know his name, but that would have been cool to see. I don't know. The Kroger mascot was there. They had all sorts of stuff. Huge politicians. There was a big speech. They did mention me. They did misspeak a little bit, but they praised me for blowing them up. But I think it's going to be huge, especially for people that live on that side of town. I mean, south. Scott, you're a Radcliffe guy, right?
Yep.
Will this be easier for you, or is the mall still easier?
We kind of do Walmart.
Oh, yeah, we do Walmart pickup too. It's just we have a pickup like every Monday and Thursday or so, or Walmart delivery. But I think for people, especially that live out near Prather, Patriot Parkway, that this will cut down their drive to some of the Kroger and not have to deal with Dixie.
Yeah.
And people forget.
I wanted to say that I don't have the graphics for here, but there'll be, when this article gets published for your segment, it'll all be in there, and the edited version will have it. But before we get done with this, I still wanted to take a moment to let us shamefully brag about, the good job that you're doing getting the word out. So I'm going to play a video from the Kroger opening.
I'm honored to be their store manager. We're equally proud to stand alongside community and organizations and leaders who helped us make this area stronger. I'd like to thank those like Nathaniel Bryan. He runs a local Elizabethtown community Facebook page. He checks in on us and our team. and just on progress, and he posted for us on Facebook and just let the community know where we stand. So I appreciate Nathaniel. Also, the Elizabethtown Police Department and their engagement.
Hey,
Let me leave to come back.
come back.
Yeah, let me leave and come.
Yeah, you're fine. And yeah, we would like to thank the Elizabethtown Police Department for all they do too.
If Nate wasn't famous before, he is now.
Well, you know, I just think it's cool to get the credit, and I wanted to make sure the credit got displayed publicly. So yeah. Anyway, you can get back to what you're talking about.
I just think it's going to help the other stores, which is what it's meant to do. Those stores are so old; they're both over 2 decades, I believe. They can't really expand anymore. They can't remodel anymore. They're limited on floor space or very limited on stock space. So this should free up some of the customer complaints that they have at the other 2 stores. I mean, it was the same thing whenever they opened up Chick-fil-A, what I call on my side of town, exit 94. It wasn't meant to be busier than the mall, which we know the mall one's very, very busy, but it was meant to just help and alleviate. It's like I've been told there's no plans to close any of the other 2 Krogers down. They have a really good lease with the mall. And I think the mall one's going to get redone after this other Kroger gets going. So I think it's going to be huge. Speaking of other openings, ANU, Face, Mind, and Body. Their grand opening is this Thursday. It's a med spa, and there's another word I can't say. Integrative would be a better word for me.
Integrative.
Yeah. That's a weird word. And here comes again. Medicine.
Aesthetics.
God bless it. I hate that word.
Aesthetics.
Okay. That mathematically just challenged me. Aesthetics practice, Amy Nunn, APRN. It's 230 Buford Lane. So it's that building that you can kind of see when you look at TSC or TSC or so it's up the hill on Buford Lane. Neil Atcher's already over there, and then Sweet Spot Donuts will be opening, I think, later this year. So Thursday's grand opening. I've posted about it on Facebook. They've got a sign, but go out there. I don't think I'll be able to go just because I'll have to go to work. We're going to talk about again Echelon. I know that word. Echelon Direct Care and Aesthetics. Woohoo! Got it. Now open. Free first 50 DPC signups makes you a founding member at a lifetime rate lock. $0 enrollment, and there are member discounts. Phil's already covered this, but I think it shows that there's kind of a demand to have 2 different wellness clinics opening the same week. Obviously, we're a growing community, so I would expect to see more of these coming up. Mulberry Nutrition had its grand reopening. I don't know why it was closed, but their grand opening was yesterday. If you go by, if you're driving on Mulberry now, they do have the sign is now up on the actual road as opposed to just the building itself. The sign is now there, and they are up. So that's all the grand openings this week. I think there's one. One of the gyms will be Iron Brigade. Their grand openings next week, so that's on the horizon. Getting to Hardin County businesses expanding their reach. It's a cute little shop, which was downtown on the square, then moved over near Brown Pusey. It is adding a Louisville store at Oxmoor. So I don't shop at Louisville a whole lot, but I do know Oxmoor is, I would say, kind of high end. I'd say the rents there can't be cheap. I mean, it's got big Apple's there, so that should tell you Apple and Topgolf are there. That should tell you the type of clientele that they're dealing with. So they're adding a Louisville store there. Battery Oak, which is Alphon Prather, originally had an E-Town location, then they moved to Prather, which is their headquarters next to the Red Hill Cutlery. So they're over there. They've had Bardstown, which is huge. So that means they're right in the heart of the Bourbon District, Bourbon Country's front yard. I've got photos of them. And I know people in Glasgow are already excited. Crown Point, which has our fabulous theater in E-Town, they have bought the Glasgow Marquee Cinema, and they will rehabbing that one as Crown Point Glasgow. I already saw somebody post, it's like, well, Campbellsville says so. How about you buy ours too? It's like, well, let's do one theater at a time, folks, and see how this goes. But Crown Point will be expanding its brand to Glasgow. And tonight, I will not be there. I wish I was, because there's some interesting things going on tonight. The Planning Commission meets the second and fourth Tuesday of the month. So they're meeting tonight. I have the agenda up on my Facebook page. Oh, Charlie's is on it, but that's all it says. It doesn't. There used to be in the past that they would give us the full rundown. You can get the agenda. You can get what it was. Now you have to public information or Freedom of Information Act it. I will not be there. Whoever goes, I hope you scoop me. I will retweet you, refollow you, whatever it is. I went over there today, took a picture, talked to 2 workers. They said they were not told that they're closing or remodeling, but maybe they're just keeping that under wraps. I don't know. I've heard several rumors, but I know that I haven't seen too many O'Charlie's remodeled in the last few years or even built. So I don't know what's going on there. I've heard Chicken Salad Chick. I've heard Raising Cane's, but nothing's confirmed. They probably have more confirmed tonight. I think somebody said they do record those, so hopefully when the minutes are updated or people go out tonight, please post it. Please share it. Tag us. Let me know. I will not be there, but let me know what's going on. Also, Ruby Tuesday. Drove by today, posted a picture. The last Ruby Tuesday in Kentucky was Elizabethtown, if people didn't know. It is now gone.
Wow.
It closed July 5th. I do not expect it to be a restaurant. Good sources tell me not going to happen, not going to be a restaurant. So I expect it to be a hotel. I expect it to be a Hilton hotel. But that's a huge lot. It goes way back. And that would have been the 3rd empty restaurant in that area because you still have Shogun across the street. And you still have Hardee's on the other side. But I also hear that there's other things coming, so it just could be. But that building's old. I mean, it's, what, 30? John, when did that open? I've been going to Ruby Tuesday for years. Or
John can't hear you right
Brent,
now.
Brenton, I'm pretty sure it's been here the entire time you've been here.
Yeah, we've gone a couple times.
Ruby Tuesdays was there before I came here.
Yeah, so it's got to be at least 20 years, maybe 30.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there.
I mean,
I don't know the exact year it opened.
I've stopped there. I remember stopping and eating there like when I was still coaching football in Marshall County before I moved up here, and that was like early 2000s. So I mean, it's been there a minute.
So I went out there today, and they're closed. I got that. Just put that on my page.
Nate,
What's up?
John's got a bounce, so figured we'd wave him out.
Peace out, John. Be safe. So, Nate, one question. Since you've been following this Kroger hype and everything for about a year, do you think it lived up to it on the opening day? And
the biggest complaint I heard was Boar's Head. I know people love that brand. It's a brand. I mean, Brenton being a restaurant guy, I know it's a very popular name. I don't think they have it. I don't know what happened. I was told they were going to have it, and then somehow they pulled out. They do have the Murray's Cheese Shop that kind of takes up for that, so I don't know if that was part of it. But that was the biggest complaint. I've heard parking is a little bit wonky, but that happens every time you have to figure out a new spot. Obviously, the construction over there still isn't helping at all. I heard the roundabout really didn't do too bad, but a lot of people said yeah. I went through the roundabout today over by Wawa, and it was fine. But
have you heard any compliments or what people like?
I've heard several compliments. I've heard they said there's some wide aisles, so you're not running into people and having to go around. So there's a lot more choices of more cereal in the right spot, more milk, more brands, more options. They think it's laid out a little bit better. Obviously, we've learned over the last 20 years. And as I talked to Phil off camera, they're doing some sort of cart tracker where they're using AI and carts to manage to see where people are going. As we know, like granted, like you said, you do delivery or pickup, so do I. There's no shock that the bread is always close. They're not going to bury it in the back of the building. Why? Because you don't want to get smashed. There's no shock that you always keep the freezer section up front, because why? You don't want to have to go all the way back and that stuff start getting warm by the time you go walk around all the way over the house. Usually you just grab it at the end. So that's the metrics of shopping and stuff like that. And they said that they will use this stuff that they're learning to move stuff around again if they need to. It's okay, we'll move this. If aisle 57 needs to be moved to aisle 23, that's what we'll do to make it easier for customers. Obviously, the faster you get out, the more happier you are, the better your food stays, the less it gets smashed. So I'm excited for it. And if we do lose one, we're back to 2 again. So at least we have a new one.
Yeah.
So people kept saying, "Oh, I can't see us having 2." Like, well, if we go back down to 2, we're like most communities our size with too. So what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Right.
Not a big deal. But Nate, these three local businesses expanding to Louisville, Bardstown, and Glasgow in the same short amount period of time. What does it say about Hardin County business right now when we're exporting?
I think it's
instead of just importing chains.
I mean, it's different because Vibe was able to reach out. Pappy's Tacos, I think, started in Radcliffe or another place before coming down to E-Town and was able to branch out. Crown Point does a good job. I mean, I don't like where the bathrooms are set up in that place, but other than that, I don't have too many complaints. I had that complaint when they built the thing.
It's pretty cool that the cute little shop is going to.
Yeah, they do a good job. I mean, they've been
That's
around for a while. But they were on the square for years. I think they like their new location. Obviously, they have more direct parking where they're at. They're still downtown. They're still part of the downtown community.
Mm-hmm.
Oxmoor's
just
few
a
little
pretty,
shops.
spot.
They've had a shift in their business model. Like one of the things I know, like the move to Louisville is very beneficial to them because she's very prominent in the derby hat business, making hats and doing some customs, and those are some pretty high. They're very high ticket items. I mean, it's not uncommon for some people to spend $600, $700, $800 on a hat or a fascinator to go with that. Yeah, Scott, I know. I said the same thing when we were up there. There was Michelle and I were up in. Up by Grasagama, and there's a really high-end boutique there, and we went in and looked, and like I saw some hats that were like $3,000, and I was like, I mean, I was completely taken back. But hey, I don't have a lot of class or a lot of taste, but there's some folks out there that do, and so I know that, and then also their screen printing, their embroidery, and some of those things are impact. They have made a little bit of a pivot, I think, a little way to more of those specialized services that are in more demand. Because the boutique business, retail, clothing, and that stuff right now, it's a pretty tough economy, and people are having to make some pivots and shifting, and along those lines, I can talk about that all day with just some of the things that we're experiencing.
That's good information to know.
Oh, that was great because you're in that space. I mean, you're not just a restaurant guy; you're in that space, and especially with the way ordering has come up, being able to find stuff online. It's not like, okay, I was able to find a special person that I can use. That people can figure out who you're using and figure out that brand pretty quick and probably buy it cheaper or buy it faster.
Hey, boo boo.
Yeah.
Good dog.
What about Mulberry Nutrition's grand opening?
Yeah, it was
reopening. What changed and what should folks check
I don't know.
out?
I haven't been. I haven't been to it. I just know that now at least they have a road sign up, but originally they didn't. So I don't know if they remodeled the interior. It might have been new owners, maybe, but don't. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I don't know what changed. Like I don't even know really when they closed. Somebody told me they were closing and they're reopening again.
If anybody knows, let us know.
But it is. It's out near E-Town High School. It's up there in that little shopping center. Or maybe about 3 businesses are in that building.
If business is buzzing in town, it already knows it's Nate's Buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's business buzz.
Well, Nate, good to have you back. All right, 3 things for me, and you guys can jump in if you want to on any of this. I'm going to make it real fast, but we're going to cover these 3 topics real quick, and then we'll be doing the Experienced Eaters segment. So I just want to do a final election interview registration push. If you're running for office in Hardin County this November, we want you on this show. Free, fair, same format for everybody. A sit-down interview. It'll be virtual, so you'll be sitting down, and I will, but in different places. So voters can hear you in your own words. We've been doing these all year, and they're some of the most watched. They've got way more views than I thought they would, and I think for the general, it'll really help to have both sides interviewed. So here's where we stand, and there are the gaps. I think we're up to 40-ish of the 60-some people running.
Nice.
And we've already done a lot of them. So these are the races where, so Radcliffe City Council, so far they're leading the way. They've had 5 candidates registered. We've already done 4 of those interviews. So Radcliffe has showed up, but there's still quite a few that haven't.
Your Radcliffe showing up.
Yeah. Elizabethtown City Council. This is my call out today. 9 candidates on the November ballot, only 3 registered for an interview so far. E-Town, your voters are watching. Let's go. Go register. HardinLocal.com/elections. I sent you guys emails yesterday. I've been trying to get cell phone numbers to text, but it's been, I only have so many hours in the day. Vine Grove City Council, 5 of 9 registered. Good start. 4 more to go. West Point City Council, there's 10 candidates, 0 have registered. West Point, be the surprise of the week. Although that would be a lot of interviews for me to do. 10.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
Hey,
yeah,
you could get all 10 at once and have a West Point battle royale and just let them settle it there.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Magistrates. So we have most of the magistrates districts. We're still missing a couple people, but we have most everybody. And also judge executive, we have both those folks, which is Judge Taul, who happens to be my father, and then JJ Duvall. And I'm actually going to be having Rebecca Carter do that interview since I'm related to one of the candidates. So we'll be doing that freely. Or I won't be performing that interview just for fairness sake. So candidates go to hardinlocal.com/elections and register. It takes 2 minutes. We handle scheduling from there. Viewers, if your council member or magistrate candidate hasn't sat down with us, tag them, share this, tell them you want to hear from them. You can also go to hardinlocal.com, and the top website is like Happy 250th America, and that'll give you the exact names of everybody who hasn't registered yet. So you can see if you can provide, help us get them to register, because the deadline's tomorrow, end of day tomorrow at midnight. So I really need to get anybody else that's interested to get in there before that deadline.
Now for Phil, real quick, I know I'm looking at the numbers here. They might be nervous. So they probably might say, well, I don't want to be put on the spot. I don't want somebody to ask me a polarizing question and whatever. I mean, how do you format these so that people will know, because they just don't know if there's going to be a gotcha or what's going on.
Same questions for everybody in a race. You see them. You can go see them. Actually, we've already made, the primary ones are the same questions. So if you find a magistrate interview on the website, those are the same questions we'll ask for the general, because we're trying to get all the interviews done. So the primary and general ones are all the same. And it's the same questions for everybody in the race. You see them treated fairly, and we publish the whole thing. The only bad look, in my opinion, is an empty chair. Why would you not want to come on and answer those? And they're not partisan questions. They're very
nothing biased,
specific policy questions, and also why are you doing this? How are you funding your campaign? It's a lot of just we're trying to make it nonpartisan type interviews, just so you can kind of get to know the person, because a lot of these local politicians, they don't have anything to do with larger national policy decisions.
Right.
So you might disagree with them on some moral issue or some big issue that they don't even have anything to do with, but they might be a really good local politician. So
it's not partisan, bipartisan, and unbiased.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it's going to be structured. It's not like
it's structured, and they all get their interview questions before, and pretty much all the interview questions have been published. I think the only interview questions we haven't created yet are the ones for the judge executive. Because neither of them have gone yet.
Gotcha. So they just got to show up and answer questions.
Yeah, and they'll know the questions ahead of time too, so they'll have time to prepare.
Gotcha.
And we don't take audience questions. I'll send them the audience questions, but we're not going to do that on this stream. We just don't have time to do it.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I don't want anybody getting teamed up on by somebody, a group of people that don't like them and stuff like that, because that happens. But anyway, so that was the first topic. The second topic is this flock camera article update. I know I said I was going to have it probably out last week, but quick update on the story that I've been working on for a couple weeks. The flock license plate cameras here in Hardin County. Tomorrow, Wednesday, July 15th, the Kentucky's new law on automatic license plate readers, House Bill 58, takes effect. It sets new rules for how long plate data can be kept, and it requires agencies using these cameras to have a public written policy. We've written a full piece on how these cameras are used in Hardin County, and before we publish, I'm sitting down with the police chiefs in Elizabethtown and Radcliffe over the next several days. We asked every agency detailed questions on how they deal with their records and their audit trails and access, and I want their perspective on the story. This is about getting it right, not about getting the story out faster first. So the article drops soon. After those conversations are had, if you want it the minute it publishes, sign up for our newsletter at hardinlocal.com.
So Phil, if you could say in 30 seconds or less, or a minute or less, what do these cameras actually do?
Cameras that read license plates of passing cars and logs them into a searchable database law enforcement can use. The new law is about the rules around that, how long it's kept, who can search it, and the policy being public, because it's not like it doesn't require a warrant, or you don't have to go to a judge to gain access to the whole database. So this law is supposedly going to help at least all these agencies get on the same page and have to be more public about it. And I have no clue. I know that our police station in E-Town has done a really good job from what I've heard. I'm going straight to the chief, and we're going to have a conversation. He's already agreed to it. So we'll talk about it, and I'll get whatever I find out, we'll get it published. I think those cameras do a lot of good. And the one thing that I'm asking questions about is the access, the back end access, the admin access. Who has access to the logs? Can people delete the logs, or are they kept by a third party? And those public policies,
Definitely, because it is in public viewing. So anything in public viewing, it's protected by the First Amendment.
I mean, there's arguments back and forth.
There's arguments, but technically speaking, if I were to go out and be like a First Amendment auditor, if I do video cameras, because it's in viewing of everybody, Google Maps and talking about something different. But anyways, it's in public viewing. Anybody can take a picture of it or video, but it's how it's used. Like you said, the back end is the most important.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going anywhere. And we all have phones, and we all have all these other devices that we've allowed ourselves to be tracked on. So
exactly,
I don't mind allowing myself to be tracked by our local law enforcement, but that system does tie into a national system and database that other people that aren't local have access to if you allow them to. So there's a few different little things that I'd like to learn about, and then I'll put the article out, and it's going to be my best that I can do to show both sides, and let everybody else decide what they think about it. They haven't thought. So anyway, Best of Hardin County, last one for me. Best of Hardin County is coming. A real community voted best of, with nominations, then daily voting for a couple months. Winners will be announced on the show. We're still building the portal, launching soon, but today we want to start asking you guys categories. We know there's other organizations that do these type of contests. We kind of want to make ours a little different, so we want to be able to have different categories. Like, say, we could have a category for best mural in Hardin County, or best artwork, or best, it doesn't just have to be a business. It could be best of
a best Airbnb spot.
Best, so that's kind of what we're going to be doing with it. And we're also going to be using it to help build up our business portal on hardinlocal.com, because we want to be able to start allowing businesses to have their information on there. And this is going to be a good way to kick that off. So but I also didn't want it to all be about businesses. So I think it would be cool to have best local artist, best local musician, best teacher, best coach, best youth program, best sports place, best community event, best Sunday drive. If Hardin County be proud of it, it can be a category. So drop your category ideas in the comments right now. Serious ones, creative ones, funny ones. We're reading them at the end of the show, and the best ideas will probably go into the contest. So
I suggest best local podcast, Hardin County podcast.
Oh, I like that one. And that was going to be my next question was, what's one category you guys would pitch?
I would pitch the best co-host category. Why not?
Best local food reviewer.
There you go.
Nate, best business news guy.
Best business analyst or reporter. Yeah, whatever. There you go.
Yeah, and I'll just do best podcast in Hardin County.
There you go, best
podcast. But there's still a lot of other cool ones, like best live music venue, best community event.
The best Facebook group, the best local Facebook group.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things like that can be done. So what I'll probably end up doing is adding, how you can nominate a business and get them added to the portal. I'll probably make it to where you can nominate categories once it launches, and then we can add more categories to the thing. It looks like David said best competition.
There you go, best competition. That's a good one.
I like that. We're just talking Hardin County, David. It's local. Yeah. I mean, we might. Yeah, it'll be just I mean, there's some things where it could be like best hiking trail. We might want things that are close, like in LaRue County too, to be listed there. Like if they're right
Radcliffe has the
outside.
best ones in Salt Springs.
Yeah, Solder Springs. So, that sort of thing. Also, just so you guys know, if you hadn't heard, we got a little comment from Riverside Marketing. If you text Heartland Mini Golf to 270-234-7822, mention Hardin Local, and receive a free banner when you purchase a full year advertising music sponsorship package for your business at Heartland Mini Golf.
That is free.
For
Is
your
it free or complimentary?
Only complimentary.
Hey, David, that's nice to know you got a good podcaster in LaRue County. Let us know who
Oh, yeah,
it
he's good.
is. We
There
may
you
have
go.
to do a little collab. And then we also have, while I'm doing it, might as well pull up Snow Dogs. The Snow Shack will be at Summerfest. See you there. And they also said about the desserts. When the dogs look for a dessert, we gravitate to the cheesecake from Ledora's Sweet Treats, LLC. She is like Midas. Everything she touches turns to gold. Well, that's pretty cool. All right. Thank you guys for those comments. I think that we are done with my quick segments. We didn't have a guest this week, and Rachel's thing was shorter, so I figured I'd throw all that in there. And now we're ready to move on to the experienced eater with Brittany.
Experience leaders, sparks up, let's go. Trying the spots you need to know. Yeah! Experience sparks up, let's go.
So this week's spot is Dewster's Homemade Ice Cream and Bakery in Elizabethtown. We got was Nate just leaving? Is that why everybody's waving?
I believe so.
Oh, okay.
So
Let's see
we
it.
have a new Frenchie in the pack here. This is Kiwi.
Kiwi.
So we're learning lots of things as a pup that's 15, probably about a year old or so. And it's true that they tell you Frenchie pups between a year and 2 years old are like velociraptors. And so we're learning some things here with Mr. Kiwi, but he fits the pack pretty good. So we're kind of, I don't know if we've got him permanently, if we're just fostering right now, but we're a week in and it's been an adventure.
I bet.
Mm-hmm.
He's a pretty sweet boy though.
Does he fetch yet?
Him and Benny are kind of like nuts, like stepbrothers. So it's like karate. And they got into the karate in the garage part. So
Does he fetch? Or are you teaching that?
He will fetch a little bit, and his main thing is he likes to do is that he wants attention. He just sits and barks at whatever he wants attention from. So he's,
That makes sense.
yeah, teenage boy, man. He's like, hey, I'm right here.
Before we get
So
started,
it's funny. Making content's been interesting if he's been around because we have to do some muting and editing because he's been excitable.
I bet.
it happens. It really does. My dog's like here, but he's older now, so he's just passed out below my chair. But hey, Britton, just wanted to congratulate you on your anniversary dinner.
Hey,
Happy anniversary!
Thank you. Michelle and I have been together. We've been together 15 years, married 14, and so we had that night that we went to Dewster's. We had started the night at 2B Tie, and it was funny because we came in. And, I've done a couple of reviews there, and Patrick kind of got me. He's like, hey, when are you going to do another review and put me on something? So I said, I'll make sure I tag you in your socials. Well, he hadn't had a post on his Instagram since 2018 or 19 or 220 or something. It's been a little bit. But we had a great meal at 2B Tie, and then I'm not a big, I think the big dessert they have there is they have a coconut milk something ice cream. And I was just like, yeah. And Michelle's like, well, hey, let's go to Deucer's. I was like, great chance to shoot some content. And so there we went. And one of the things I like about Deucer's, I really appreciate is the fact that their menu and their offering changes as much as it does. I mean, they change their flavors. I think they really change them weekly. When you're making your own and you have your own manufacturing like that, you can do that. And and it was funny because when we went, I was a little disappointed because my favorite, banana ice cream is probably one of my banana or banana pudding, either one are probably one of my favorites, and that wasn't there that night. And so, but Michelle found her a new favorite one with the Butterfinger, And it's a family business. They have a sign up there that says "From our family to yours," and I think that's just that's a great mantra to have when you're dealing with a small business.
All right. Well, let's get over here to the video. Dewsters. And
Hey guys, Experienced Eater here. We're in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Mama and I just finished dinner for our anniversary. Now we're going to go and get some dessert. So let's go see what they have for us at Dewster's. Dewster's is the place you go when that sweet tooth is driving you nuts. They have homemade ice creams. They manufacture all their own flavors. They got several there available each just kind of going through, kind of looking at a little bit of variety there. The ice creams that we have. It is I love the fact they churn their own stuff, and I think they actually got their start with their ice cream truck, and then moved into a brick and mortar place. And I love that model for restaurants or for food service. You start out, you test your product, you master your product, and then when you can go to brick and mortar, you eliminate a lot of your problems, but you also open up to a whole new set of problems. Like one of the things that we heard the most about that on several of the videos that I posted between TikTok and people kind of complain about their hours because their hours are a little different. And it also amazes me on some of my videos, people will say, well, what's the address? And I'm like, in the time that it took you to ask me what the address was, you could have Googled it and found out yourself. But that's a little bit of learned helplessness that goes with it. But we definitely have been able to, we enjoyed our time there. I had the strawberry cheesecake, which was fantastic. Michelle had their brand new Butterfinger ice cream, and we're able to enjoy that. And it was a great cap to our evening. And like a lot of the places in Elizabethtown, Dewster's gets a lot of action from the sports park, from the folks that are traveling there, staying out there. And so, I would say that they're probably in their peak busiest time of year. I'm pretty excited to know they're opening the location on the south end of the county down there. I don't know exactly. It's going to be over by the subway, I believe, on the new complex that's coming up over there. This is a family-owned business that's just done a great job. I think they are definitely Hardin County through and through, and it's one of those places that we're blessed to have. And if you get a chance to go have that sweet tooth is that sugar monster's calling your name. They have something that will help it. One question I had that I didn't know the answer to, and I believe they do have some low sugar or sugar-free options available in the ice cream, but I'm not sure about in the baked goods. But that's something you can always call and check, or just stop by and see what they have available that'll fit your specific needs. Phil, I know you've been there, Scott. Have you been to Dewster, Scott?
We have. I know Cassie ordered something there. I don't recall the flavor. I couldn't tell you, but I like their stuff.
yeah,
I wish I knew the flavor she ordered. But
I had something the other day at the farm to table dinner at the fair that Dewsters did the dessert. And they had it was just regular vanilla ice cream with a brownie, but it was delicious. I mean, I love that type of thing. Simple, but still very tasty. So, yeah, and never had a bad experience at Dewsters. Let's get this video rolling.
Ditto.
Ways to be able to do that. They do drinks, they do milkshakes, lemonade. I think that it goes without saying that I think that's what makes our area so special, is that we have these mom and pops. They find success, they expand, and they're able to do things in a way that in a small town way, to be able to get big town results. And I think that's the exciting part with it. And so. If you get a chance, if anybody wants to see the whole video, you can check it out. It's actually on my personal Facebook page, the Experienced Eater page, or on TikTok. They're kind of sharing there. And I think that right now, because I published this video earlier this week, maybe a couple of days ago, and we've gotten several thousand views across all the platforms, which is always exciting to see folks, finding out about it.
Yeah. And if you go to hardinlocal.com and click on restaurant reviews, there's a button at the top that says Visit the Experienced Eater, which will take you to their link tree where all their links are. So, that stuff. Anyway, I got my screens hidden, so let me pull it back up. All right, let's get this video going.
Then they have some amazing baked goods. We'll get to those in just a second. You can see here going down the line, I think Mama ended up getting the flavor of the day, which just happened to be crispity, crunchy, peanut buttery Butterfinger. And it was fantastic. Now look at these baked goods here. You got all kinds of bars, cakes, pies, cookies. There is something here for everyone. So I made my selection. I'm an ice cream junkie. ice cream is one of my favorite things. So I went with 2 tried and true favorites. I went with strawberry cheesecake,
Michelle's
and
pretty
then
excited
cookies
about
and
that
cream.
Butterfinger ice
And now
cream.
take a look. This is Mama's Butterfinger. It's absolutely fantastic. She said that's the best
It was pretty tasty.
Yeah, it looks good.
she's ever gotten there. I've had banana pudding. The banana ice cream is one of the tops as well. All right, guys. Sometimes it doesn't look like I have a lot of self-control, but I try to have self-control. But I mean, I can get in trouble at a place like this because, I have been known to go to places that have you can get the ice cream flights and you get a scoop of 6 different ice creams or something like that. And I've been known to put some damage on things like that. So, doing a dessert review, when you asked the question earlier about my best dessert experience, I said Dewster's earlier. I'm gonna throw another one out there from the Hardin County, from the food truck championships, and that is Ladora Sweet Treats. That lady can put out some stuff too.
I've heard that. I've heard that multiple times, not just on this show.
I think I've had her stuff twice, and they both been nuts, bonkers, just totally bonkers.
Laura Null just said Dewster's is the best. Looking forward to that second location. Yeah. Laura, we thank you for that comment. We're looking forward to having you on the show next week to talk about White Mills Day. So thank you for the comment. We have David again saying 2B. Ty is awesome. Yes, we agree. Very awesome. Let's finish up what you had to say here.
Finished up here at Dewster's Homemade Ice Cream and Bakery in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. And let me tell you what a treat.
Yes, it's nice to support a small family place. I had the Butterfinger tonight, and it was fantastic.
I had the strawberry cheesecake and a little bit of cookies and cream because I'm a cookies and cream addict. Both of them out of bounds. I will tell you this, I love the fact they've got a sign that says made by our family for yours. And this is a great family place if you get a chance. This is definitely, you're looking for that sweet tooth's kicking in. Come see these guys. This is an experience you got to eat.
But you said they manufacture every flavor themselves in-house. Can you taste the difference between that and the tubs everybody else scoops from?
So that's the best I know because they're not using a brand. I believe they make their own recipes and do it. And I don't know what determines their rotation. And it may be they make a batch and then when they run out, then they put the new ones in. I'm not sure on that 100%. But, yeah, you can tell a difference. A lot of times when people – there's another place that comes to mind that used to do this was Pine Ice Cream Kitchen in Louisville. And you can tell that there's a difference in consistency in the fat content because some people use half and half. They use whole cream. Some of the recipes vary. But I think you can definitely taste the homemadeness and then also in the originality of some of their flavors. Like several of the reviews, I think the flavor that was the most mentioned was Bourbon Ball. Is probably their most popular flavor that I've seen from people that chose to comment on the videos. So a lot of different options. And just like anything else, I think that when you have that personal touch to it, you feel the love, you taste it, and it just makes you appreciate being able to have access to that.
Anniversary dinner, and you two chose Dewster's for the finale. Is that the official experienced eater date night recommendation for Ethan?
Anybody, yeah. Hey guys, I'm gonna tell you something. If if you got somebody that enjoys food, dessert option Dewster's is right there to go with it. Now, the official date night that was that just happened to be because that's where we ended up that night with when we got off work that it worked out for us. But I have been known to spring for a little nicer place every now and then. But I think as far as making Michelle happy, if I want to make Michelle happy with a meal, I can always recommend. I can always say, hey, let's go to 2B Thai, and she's going to say yes every time. And I've never had her say no about going to Dewster's.
That's good.
Hey, what's the old saying? You got to know your audience, right?
Yeah, you got to know your audience, know your wife, I guess, significant other, or as Jon O'Brien likes to call his significant other, his special lady. Is that how he says it? Yeah. But Butterfinger. Well, we will. I will skip that question for now.
No, you can ask now.
Okay. Even though Michelle's not here, let me throw you back up here. It's the last question. Maybe you can answer for her. Butterfinger, best flavor she's ever gotten there. That's a strong statement. What's it up against on your all-time Dewster's list?
Okay, so I know this for her. Her favorite ice cream is she likes her favorite ice cream at Dewster's is peach. That's her all-time favorite.
Gotcha.
And I was really surprised about Butterfinger because normally she doesn't like cold chocolate, but I know she really likes Butterfinger, and and it was she was very happy with it. But I don't know that it would unseat the peach flavor they have a lot of times in the spring and later summer.
All right, you heard it here. The peach flavor is Michelle's go-to.
Experience leaders, sparks up, let's go. Trying the spots you need to know. Experience sparks up, let's go.
Heard that so many times. When I'm not live streaming and I'm by myself, I tend to hum a lot, so I'll be humming all these tunes that I hear all the time.
Hey, JOBs is always in my head.
Right.
Always.
Yo, babe.
I like it. Let's play it.
Earworms.
Let's get it.
Where you gotta be. Events all week in Hardin County. J.O.B. Where you gotta
Well,
be.
yeah, guys, check out our events at hardinlocal.com/this-week, where you just go to hardinlocal.com and click on events. Dewster's homemade ice cream and bakery in Elizabethtown, made by their family for yours. Go get the flavor of the day. Britton, Michelle, happy anniversary, and thank you for sharing with us. All right, before we wrap up, let's hit the comments. I think I've pretty much shared all of them. You know, guys, if you're watching and you put a comment in here, you know, you probably need to put it in before the end. You know, we usually do pull them up and read them, so it's a good chance for you to get on the show. If you have a message to get out, and it'll end up on all our pre-recorded or edited videos after. So, let's see. Shout outs we asked for at the top of the show. Does anybody, well, I think I forgot to ask for shout outs, so that's my bad. Do any of you guys have shout outs or anything other than your son's play, or what is that again? The Shrek?
He's playing the trumpet. So he's
What's
actually
the thing? What's the thing they're doing though? What is that this week?
the Shrek the musical.
Okay,
Right.
the Shrek the musical.
He's going to be in the orchestra playing his trumpet.
Okay.
Along with
That's
others.
So
But Cassie is the music director, so.
Okay. Well, so
Yeah.
it's a big deal then, you know, and it always is. They always do.
It's always a family affair, yes.
Yes. So give a shout out to that one last time when that is.
The Shrek the musical is going to be happening this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday at 7, Saturday at 7, and Sunday at 3. And this is the last showing this week. And I've been to it already. I've been to it twice. They had a family night, and then I went last Friday. Very funny. So if you like Shrek, if you laughed, you will laugh here. I promise you.
Okay. All right. So here's how you can stay connected with Hardin Local. HardinLocal.com, the weekly event calendar, every episode, segment, article, and our email newsletter. And that's where our articles will go, like that flock article or just anything that we do publish. It's all there. It's like the central portal. So go to HardinLocal.com and sign up for a free account. We've also added the ability for you to support us if you want to support us. There is a $5 a month or $50 a year supporter subscription, but it doesn't give you any more content. All it does is it gives you the good feeling of helping support local media. We'll also put your name at the end of every live stream. And there was another thing that we were going to do, but you know, we've always said our content will be free. So, you know, we're just allowing people, if you want to support us, you can do that. That'll help us be able to be more self-sufficient and not have to rely on larger customers. And as well as that, we're also starting next week, I'll have a tip link to where you'll be able to tip any of our hosts during the shows. You know, just put their name in and tip them $5 for a cup of coffee or $10 or, you know, whatever you want to do. So that'll be starting next week where you'll be able to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Follow us. LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. You know what to do. The big reminders: Glendale Summer Fest Saturday 11 to 5, free. Back to School Bash Sunday 2 to 8 on West Dixie, free backpacks and haircuts. And then candidates, hardinlocal.com/elections. 2 minutes to register. You have until the end of the day tomorrow to finish it. And keep those best of Hardin County categories coming in the comments all week. And we'll be launching that shortly. Britton and Michelle say get to Dewster's and we say happy anniversary. Scott,
Thank y'all.
Britton, and then, you know, John, Nate, Michelle, thank you all for being here. Even if you weren't here, thank you for being part of the show. And to everyone watching, thank you for being part of Hardin local community. Rachel's back next week. We'll also have Laura Nall here. We're going to be having a whole show, like, you know, we'll be intertwining her interview about White Mills Day, which is coming up here in a few weeks, which you don't want to miss. And we'll see you back here next Tuesday, same time, same place. Until then, support local, stay connected, and enjoy everything happening right here in Hardin County. Have a great week, everyone.
Peace out, guys.